Welcome back to the Buying a House in Japan podcast. My name's Take, joined by my co-host Joey. Joey, how
What's
you
up,
feeling?
everyone? Not feeling great. Feeling a bit sick for the past few days.
No, but you told me you had a cinnamon bun right before this, so you're feeling for sure.
Yeah,
Which
feeling a little bit better
okay?
after the cinnamon bun.
Did you go to Cinnabon proper, or like where'd you get the cinnamon bun from?
No, Levande Inn in Mahone Bay, Nova Scotia.
Oh,
Great little bakery.
okay, all
It's
right.
like I'm not sure if it's a French bakery that was taken over by German bakers or German bakers taken over by French bakers. Some sort of history like that. Some mix of French and German bakers. Really good.
What are your symptoms?
I had a really bad sore throat, but that's usually how colds start with me.
Okay,
I'm not sure why I get a lot of sore throats at the initial onset of like a cold. And yeah, sore throat was bad until yesterday. Today it's much better, but I got a whole
okay,
bag of Vicks Vapo throat lozenges here.
all right.
Apologize if you guys can hear it in my voice. I got the
And I
lozenge in my mouth.
hope you feel better, man. We got to get better. We're landing in Japan in 11 days. T minus 11 days, buddy. And
Big,
you're going to London too, right?
yeah, going to London first.
Okay.
See my brother and my sister-in-law's new baby,
Okay.
Charlotte.
Got to be top. Drink some water. Drink some soup. What are you eating? Yo, you can't be eating cinnamon buns.
Yeah, I knew the sugar would be like a fake feel better quickly though, so
Okay.
I
All right.
gave in.
Well, we'll lean into it. I asked Joey this morning if he wanted to record a podcast. He was like, not feeling it, but hit me up after. We did one consultation and he was like, I can do it. So taking advantage of you here, Joey. Let's punch it out. It's an exciting day today. Today we have officially closed on our house in Tokyo. How you feeling about that, Joey?
Feeling great. It's really all down to Yoshi. Yoshi was really the MVP here. He went above and beyond. He did a bunch of extra tasks for us that just made it all possible. He's doing a bunch of extra stuff, like he's getting ACs hooked up in there. He's putting up a little sign for Amazon packages.
I think I forgot to ask him to do the sign, but I
Yeah,
will miss him after this.
he was the MVP for this project.
Yep. Things addition. So our place, again, just a reminder for everyone, is we bought in Western Tokyo, about an hour away. It's turnkey-ish, I would say, or at least we've never seen it in person and it looks turnkey. The one downside that I was like, we need to get this changed before we jump in there is getting AC. It has one AC unit. Japan is notorious for its hot and humid summer. So we tasked Yoshi with putting in 4 more ACs, I think is what the scope was. So he's coordinating that for us right now.
Yeah, I think we've only got 30 amp service coming into the house, so
What does
might
that
be a
mean?
lot for 4 ACs.
Can we run 2?
The electrical box. It's like basically the same amount of power as my dad's shed gets here in Nova Scotia, so not a
Okay.
lot.
Can we run 2 AC split unit ACs at once, you think? No.
Maybe, but that might be like near the
Max.
max. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It doesn't look too hot in Tokyo, but other things we had Yoshi do, and I'm not sure if this is typical of real estate agents, is he's helping us get internet plugged in. So we're getting 1 gig speed internets in Tokyo, I think for like $40 a month, if I remember correctly.
All right.
We're also, I just had a meeting with him yesterday night. We're getting insurance in there. So we're getting fire, earthquake insurance. I think the guy was like talking to me like, if there's explosions, if there's lightning, if there's earthquakes, if there's typhoon, we have you covered. That's what he said to me
Oh,
yesterday.
explosions.
Yeah, he said bakuhatsu. I was like, what? Like, he's like, if there's an explosion, like, which makes me think, that one spot in Beppu, we did the podcast on it. Is that an insurance scheme? One of our neighbors' houses burned down.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good point.
Could I mean
He
now
was
that
telling me he didn't have. So the guy, yeah, I remember he told me he doesn't have insurance, but now we know fire insurance is mandatory,
yep,
and so he must have at least had fire insurance.
yep. We'll do another podcast on insurance. It was pretty complicated. I was trying to get the whole gist yesterday, but we probably should sit down with Yoshi and we're actually going to have to talk to that guy again on the
Okay.
28th, Joey, to sign documents and stuff. But insurance seems pretty comprehensive. We're paying, I think, close to 2,500 US dollars over 5 years. So $500 a year. Does that sound about right, Joey?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like the number I remember.
Pretty good. Yoshi talked to us about kind of the earthquake. There's a maybe a potentially a little gray zone. If there was an earthquake, we have like a little mini crack in our driveway or in our garage. We could say, hey, this might have been caused by the earthquake. So
I
no,
see.
there's some insurance. I feel like there's insurance schemes everywhere in the world.
So Yoshi's picking up the keys today, I believe.
Yep. Yoshi's picking up the keys. He's going to the house. Joey sent over a Amazon package just to test out if the address is working, which
Yeah.
I think pro tip, right?
Surf Boys magazine is what I sent this time.
Okay.
Safa Boys.
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out. Yeah. I think for us, our goal is we're landing the 25th. I'm there for 1 week. Joey's going to be there a little longer, but the goal is to get this place like we're trying to live in it the second night. We booked a hotel for the first night, but our intention is to have everything sponsored from Amazon on the doorstep for us to live within the
Yeah.
second night, right?
So that's our game plan. So we've been you can so for people listening out there, you can set up amazon.co.jp. You can put in an American credit card, Canadian credit card, get that set up. If you buy a house, get the mailing address. We had some issues with our first property where the house actually has two addresses. I'm not sure if this Tokyo property has two addresses too, but one is the land parcel address, and then the other one's the mailing address. I think for the Tokyo property, they're both the same, but for whatever reason, the Beppu spot was different. Get the address, send a test package, make sure it gets delivered because in addition to having trying to use this parcel registry address, the delivery person wasn't dropping packages off at the house because they looked at the house and they thought no one lives here, no one's lived here for 13 months, it's abandoned. So they were like, something must be wrong here, so they weren't delivering our packages. So do a test package, see if you can get someone on the ground to verify that the package was delivered. Or, I mean, Amazon will give you a delivery notice, but just to be double check. And then, you can get everything on Amazon. Same as in the US, we're getting the bed frames, we're getting mattresses, sheets, everything. Just get it all delivered. And then the day you get there, you can pretty much set up hire a cleaning service and then set up your bed frame, set up your bed, get it all going right away. That's our plan.
It's gonna be a hustle, but it's okay. I think this is where we find fun. I think it's
Yeah.
cool to bring a place from zero to inhabitable.
Cardboard King,
Our
Danbori.
photo kings. One pro tip too is Joey mentioned it before. Our house previously looked abandoned, so we're actually having Yoshi, our real estate agent, make a hyosatsu. Is that what it's called? The sign up front.
Oh yeah, could be that.
Yeah, I think it's hyosatsu. So in Japan, on the front of every house, there's like a little placard that has like the Kurosawas or the Smiths, or you'd have your name. So we're getting one of those made for two reasons. One, for Amazon packages. If someone's looking at it, they're like, okay, this is actually Joey. What did you put Did you put your name on the Amazon packages or our company name?
Oh, that's a good point. No, so I put Joseph Takamori, and that's
Okay,
kind of a joke from our previous property in Beppu,
authentic,
but that actually might work out really well for this
totally.
Tokyo property because the Hyosatsu, or what we put, is our company name, which is Takamori KK.
Hmm.
And so, just as a running joke from the previous Beppu property, my Amazon account is set to deliver to someone named Joseph Takamori. So they're going to see Takamori KK on the Hyosatsu in front of the house, delivered to Joseph Takamori. Hopefully that all works out. Yeah.
So, pro tip: if you can proactively, assume that you got to make it super non-questionable that someone lives there, and if you're the Amazon delivery person. So, we're putting this sign up hopefully before we do the mass flood of Amazon stuff. I think on Amazon too, you can specify where you want stuff. So, at least this house looks a lot less abandoned. I hope they bring stuff up the stair because some of those packages are like heavy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. What Taka just mentioned now is putting up a little sign for the Amazon delivery person, like drop Amazon packages here, just in case they're looking at this house and they're like, this is abandoned house. No one lives here.
Yeah.
Having a little sign for delivery. And that's what we've asked Yoshi, or we're about to ask Yoshi to put there for us. Just like, write on a piece of paper, piece of cardboard, like drop Amazon packages here.
Yep. So once you get a property, again, I think a pro tip: just get this sign up there sooner. It can only help. I do also believe Ken, our friend, is helping us get that minivan we covered in the last episode. This sign is also going to help like validate our parking spot. The less questions or concerns that the police or whoever is looking at our parking spot, the better. And I think having this placard there is going to smooth things out considerably. I hope.
because it's a company car.
Yep.
So having the little placard out front that says the company name, it's just they're gonna be like, "Yep, makes sense."
Yep. Cool. So we have a house. I'm pumped. We're actually going to be filming a video, like first reaction to us going to the house. So we will hopefully post that. We have our buddy George, who's a director. We just asked him, hey, can you film a video of us rocking up first? We're going to use it as like a little teaser, sizzler video of sorts. But I'm excited, Joey. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, like when it's got to be one of the first episodes on the podcast, but we recorded. It wasn't the day of. It might have been a few weeks later, but we recorded something like, "Hey, what were our first impressions walking into the Beppu house?" And that was interesting. Again, it was at the end of a 3-day, 9-hour per day drive. We arrived at night, and the house was kind of creepy, and so we are just kind of thinking, oh, it would have been nice to have that filmed in video format, the initial impressions of the house, showing up to the house for the first time. So we're getting our friend George to film that this time, just kind of get a little bit more content, and people will see, in not quite live, but they'll see it for the first time as we see it for the first time.
Yep. Let's see where George is going to help us level up, I'd say. But those first couple of days are going to be tiring, Jerry. We're going to hit Costco. We found out there's an IKEA 20 minutes from us. How quickly can we get this place comfortably in place? Should we hire someone to like help us build furniture? Or no, we got it, right?
TaskRabbit.
I don't know. Might not be a bad idea. Just to have like extra hands to like, we're going to have so much where are we going to throw away the cardboard? Oh no, the trash. I forgot about Japanese trash, man. It's coming back.
Let's do it ourselves again this time, and we'll reassess if we need we'll figure out if a TaskRabbit guy's
Okay.
required. I don't really think so, but
Yeah. Other things Yoshi's doing for us is again, he's figured out the insurance, something you definitely want. Utilities, including internet's not typically standard. He's going to have a cleaner come in. These are all things we are doing the second time around that we wish I think we had done the first time around. So take it as a veteran advice. If you're buying a property, think of these things and communicate them earlier.
oh, we are
One,
getting a cleaner. We have
yeah.
discussed that with Yoshi.
I
Nice.
think the cleaner's costing us like $600-700, and it should be pretty clean already. But if we're living in it, it's for sure good idea, right? Yeah, we are also. I forgot to ask Yoshi about this. We're also going to do a home inspection. As a reminder, the sellers on this property would not let us do a home inspection. There's this whole thing of like if once they knew liability, they'd be liable to tell people about it. So we forgo the home inspection, which could be bad, but we're living with it and we're going to do a home inspection anyway, just to know knowledge is power, is what you said, right, Joey?
Yeah. So yeah, it is a little bit sight unseen in that sense. Like, we bought this house off the internet. We only saw a few pictures of it, a few quick videos, no home inspection. Not the greatest advice to everybody else out there, but sometimes you just gotta make it happen.
That's our like number one advice we give people. We're like, if you can, go see the property in person. And we've done it 2 times in a row where hopefully,
We have
I
not
don't know.
gone to see it in person. Yeah,
Tokyo's a
both
different beast.
properties.
Tokyo's a different beast. I'd say it's just more competitive. We had 2 people we trust go check out the property. We looked at Google Maps. I feel like we're actually going to get keys day 1, right?
Yoshi's getting the keys today.
Yeah. How do we should coordinate how we get that.
Yeah, we
Other
need.
things we're actually thinking about now too is as we come over, you can't get everything you can get in the US, obviously, as you can get in Japan. So there are some things, especially things that are different priced. We talked about Breville. I think the Breville espresso machine is like 2K there, $1,000, and here in the US it's like 600-700 bucks.
Yeah, if anyone's listening on any of the American military bases in
Oh,
and around Tokyo, we're
we do
looking to
that.
get a Breville from the commissary. So
Oh,
let us know if you can hook it up.
I forgot we're doing that. We're doing that talk at the Air Force Base.
Yeah, Yokota. Yeah, I was thinking
Uh,
about that this morning. We got to
okay,
figure
yeah,
something out. Might do
we're
a
gonna figure-
quick presentation to
yeah.
some real estate investor group at Yokota Air Force Base.
Okay. Well, things we're bringing from the US as now is I think we're going to bring like one of those Schlage door locks. Japan has like I don't know, maybe this is a US thing, but US recently got really into like security cameras and like smart door locks. I think that doesn't really, I couldn't find any comparable stuff in Japan. So we're going to bring that over.
What have
Um,
you got in Santa? Hey, you're being recorded. You got that in Santa
yeah,
Cruz?
I mean, I turn that off. I only turn that on when I'm not around. But
Okay.
do we want? I don't think we need security cameras, but I think the door lock is going to be huge, especially if we plan to rent this out to friends.
I think so too. Just having that combination. It's really I don't love the key
Key.
in
Yeah.
Beppu. Yep.
Yeah. So maybe I'll bring a security camera, but I don't think we really need it. I would have wished we had done this in Beppu and set it up so we could monitor our contractor. I know he would have hated that though.
Probably.
Like a secret camera, just like, come
That
on,
was a good
touch
picture
the
you sent. Taka showed me a picture the other day of I think this was
November.
November or something when you left. Yeah, me, you, and Sato-san. That's a good picture actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send it to him.
we'll frame it. Oh, send it. We finally got our update from our contractor. It was as a reminder to everyone, we hired like a carpenter versus like a big company to do our contracting. And we've paid our dues, I'd say, with a prolonged construction in our house down south in Beppu. We finally got a quote from him. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, right?
Yeah, what did we come in at? An extra
10K, eight.
10K
I think
ish.
around an extra 10K. We should, once we're all done with this, we'll put it all together. But we bought a house down in Beppu, further south, our first house for about 40K. I think we're putting about 40K in renovation for quite a custom job. Interesting what it would have been just to buy an 80K spot, Joey. But, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, 80K in Beppu. Yeah, I think you can get a nicer house. Ours is definitely going to be very custom though, which is going to be cool. Yeah, we'll be able to do the pros and cons later, I guess.
Yep.
We definitely took that advice with the Tokyo spot in the sense that we didn't go for a junker.
Mhm.
That there are cheaper places in Tokyo, rarer, but there are cheaper places than the one we just bought. But we did go for the turnkey, up the budget a little bit.
Mhm. Hopefully it works out. We'll see in 10 days, but we're stuck with it, Joey. Hopefully, I mean, again, 2,500 square feet. This place is huge. We got to put a sauna on it, but I think we have less money than I think we initially thought. So let's just get it up to a version 0. We do plan on probably renting this out. So if you're listening and you are going to Tokyo, maybe want to rent it out. We'll at some point post photos of it. We're gonna make it comfortable, at least for us, and hopefully other people will find it comfortable too. Joey, which room are you most excited for? We have 4 bedrooms, I think.
I feel like I don't have a great sense of the
Okay.
layout
Yeah.
still. I think we're probably the two upstairs ones, one of
Okay.
those two.
Cool.
Balcony.
Yeah.
We keep forgetting we got a balcony.
Hey, let's go. Last update from us. Yeah, we've been working with our friend Ken in our last podcast episode to get this car. It sounds like we have coordinated this. If this was a mission, we bought the car under our company. So with that, I've learned a little bit more about company seals and stuff. But we basically had to have the holder of our stamp or hanko, or what is it called, Joey? Inkan.
Yep, the seal.
Our company seal is with our accountants. So we coordinated Ken to go meet our accountants to get the inkan, which is the physical stamp. And then before that, though, the company that's holding our stuff had to go to the government office and get what it's called an inkan chomeisho, which is like a seal certificate. So with both the seal certificate and the seal, Ken has like our power of attorney to buy this car for us, right?
Yeah, so my understanding, in Japan, the seal, Hanko Inkan, is a lot like a signature, except they use like a physical seal. And so our company has a seal, but my understanding is that this seal really could have just been any seal. We could have bought one at the 7-Eleven and used that as our company seal. And you need to register as a business, you register that seal with the government, maybe as a person, an individual, you need to register your hunko as well. But the seal certificate basically ties the stamp, the seal, to your business, and you need to get one. I think this seal certificate only lasts for about 3 weeks. So pretty much every time you need a seal certificate issued, you need to go to some government bureau office and request a new seal certificate. Apparently, it's a very quick process, but that's how it works. You have a seal, and then you need somehow of tying that seal back to your business, and that's what the seal certificate is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all new to us, but it sounds like there is physical work and paper you need to get. So Ken has successfully picked it up. He's going to buy the car for us. He's going to drive it and drop it out drop it off ideally in our garage before we get there. And Joey's working on the side with a company called Trinity Insurance to get insurance for us as well, right?
Yeah, they go through some Japanese insurance company, but they're basically an English speaking front, and we use them to get insurance for our car down in Beppu, and looks like we're going to use them again for this car.
Cool. All right. So we're freaking prepared, Joey. This is really our second rodeo. I feel really good about us landing and hitting the ground running.
We basically got a lot of the pieces. I feel like we're going to get a lot of the pieces done in 1 week that took us 6 months to a year in Beppu. Like, getting the car, getting it insured, that took about a year,
Yep.
just putting it off and not worrying about it. But yeah, the second rodeo, we know the main pieces. And I feel like we pushed on getting a lot of that process done while we were here still abroad. So yeah.
Cool. Last thing, Joey, we need to come up with an Amazon list. I guess we still have time, but we should start ordering these. One thing I actually wanted to also call out is our buddy George, he's our director. He bought a camera for us. Just note the camera's only in Japanese. So things you buy in Japan, you might want to consider bringing other things from the US. So Joey, thinking it through, maybe even like a router. Like let's think about the tech we're going to buy in Japan. It might be worth buying it and bringing it over. I can bring it over from California. So I think a router, the Schlag door lock, maybe security cameras are the ones off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But all right, buddy. Well, I hope you feel better. This is the last podcast we have with you in Canada. Bring your mic. I think you'll be in Heathrow or London somewhere for our next one.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Catch you later.
All right, man. See ya.